Episode number 390.
Some zip codes it's easy to get customers in, other ones it's easy to get talent in, and then other times it's inverse. So we're optimizing on a zip code by zip code level for that individual franchisee or that company owned location in that marketing for recruiting as well as the new customer side.
Welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff, where we talk about life, dreams, social media, and business.
Well, hello and welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff. Folks, you know your boy is always fired up, but after today, I think you're going to want to think about life for sure and the gratitude of life differently, as well as this is a type of business and marketing strategy that is so effective. That is franchise marketing. That is taking your franchise that's a one location, turn it to 2, turn it to 10, turn it to 20, and the things you can do now with digital and proven strategies. And we're talking to an expert in the game, Mr. Joel Soltis. Joel, are you ready to be real?
I'm ready to be real, Travis. Let's do it.
Let's go, Joe. Absolutely, my dude. And your story comes from a hardship place too, because I have a son and a daughter, and you're inspired by a tragic loss of your son, which we can kind of get into and talk about too as well, just briefly. But then that helped you inspire your focus in your business, in your customers, in the problems that they're having. And at the end of the day, now let's just be real. You're doing franchise marketing at a big scale for brands, helping them grow. But talk to me and take me back into your journey. Have you always been into marketing, for one?
Yeah, that's right. I've been doing it for a while. Prior to working and founding Choice Local, I was vice president of operations at a digital marketing agency that served Fortune 500 brands. So, FedEx and CVS and multi-billion-dollar customers were our customers, and I ran the company outside of finance and outside of sales, everything else. And when I started to look at the market, I asked, how can you get Fortune 500 level customer service results and strategy and ROI to small and medium-sized businesses, because no one else is doing it. And what we learned is that we can do that in franchising because of the replicability within it, while understanding that within each local market for each local franchisee, even though it's the same business, the recipe is about 20% different from market to market. Gotcha. So we've been able to do that really successfully. The catalyst for launching that business was when we lost our son.
Yeah. Talk about that. I mean, because that as a parent, I feel for you, my dude, because there's nothing like that. I can only imagine. Every day I think about my son. I try to hold him. I got a 9-month-old boy, and kiss his head every day. I lean into being a pop entrepreneur because I know how precious time is, and I know that we don't get these times. And there's a lot of things in life we don't control. We can't control the outcomes of. And so, how old was your son?
So it was late into the pregnancy we lost him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, brother. We just had a friend went through that too, man, recently, and they had that. There's nothing like that, brother. And the loss fires the fuel, and it makes you really grateful for each day, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. No, it's good. We was late in the pregnancy. We went in to an ultrasound, and there was no heartbeat, and that was kind of the deal there. And it was hard. My wife did some prayer. We did some reflection about it, and yeah. And I always said, I didn't want to be successful just for the sake of being successful. I always wanted to help others. So that day it changed. So we wrote our mission of help others, came up with our big, hairy, audacious goal of helping 10,000 kids a year by taking 10% of the profits out of the company and using it to help kids in need. And, we started Benjamin Isaac Foundation named after our son, Ben. And it's been cool. Like this year, we gave a house to a family.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, we did it for Habitat for Humanity. It's been super fun. Single mom, 3 beautiful sons. Really just awesome family, and we helped build it, and we sponsored it too. So it's been really fun, and they'll be moving in this summer. The house is up, it's all closed up right now, and it's just doing the finer things inside the house before they move in. So that's really cool.
I love Habitat for Humanity. It's a great nonprofit because you get physical with the actual obviously giving, and at the end of the day, a house is a home. You build everything from there. And if you're giving that blessing in life, not everyone in this life is going to be able to own a home. Let's just be real, and in some markets, it's so expensive to own a home, San Francisco, LA, Miami, New York, some of these people can't ever afford a home because of the down payment, and it just doesn't make sense for them, and maybe never will own a home. But there's something so rewarding about that process too, of building it, financing it, and giving it. I've seen it multiple times out here when I was working with ABC Television doing campaigns with the Extreme Home Makeover, when they came to our market twice, and just seeing how that process worked and watching how they just built a house in like a week.
I love that show.
Yeah, that show's just incredible. Like, it just makes you tear up every single time,
absolutely.
when you see it, it makes you really feel the, you see the struggle, but it's just like the restaurant Impossible. That's another one where they come in there and they just change the restaurant. The guy or gals in debt. They change the business model, change the plan, change the look. And next thing you know, the business is in a different place, and they give them some exposure too. Let's just be real, right? They give them the distribution, the exposure, kind of similar like when someone strikes a deal on Shark Tank, you're kind of guaranteeing yourself there is some distribution there. And that's your name's now in front of millions of people for either free, or if you sign a deal with one of the sharks, hey, it's going to even get bigger because of their distribution channels. And Shark Tank takes a cut. Let's just be real. They Shark Tank, the show, is like a venture capital fund making a cut out of all those things. And it's a great business model for everybody. I forgot, is it the gentleman that makes all those shows? He did like Survivor and all those ones too. Brilliant guy in production, but he got a cut. He made it figured out where I'm going to get a cut of each of these businesses too. The actual production company. So take me now and talk to me about the challenges you see with businesses in franchising. What kind of stuff and what kind of struggles are you seeing them deal with on a day-to-day basis right now when they come to you?
I mean, really what they're looking at are three main pain points. One is we need more customers. Two is we need more employees, which has become a bigger and bigger thing, especially in the COVID economy. And then the third is franchise development. So what we do is we offer a guarantee. It's called the Choice Local Guarantee. We are the first and only franchise marketing agency that offers a money-back guarantee. We don't do long-term contracts, and once we've become a recommended agency for a network, we've always kept it. And the reason we do that is our mission is to help others, and we always need to be driving growth in that business. And one of the things we can do that's a lot different than what anybody else can do is not only do we deliver, we've been tested head-to-head matchup against some of the other leading brands in the franchise marketing space, is we generate about 6 times the revenue at about one third the cost per new customer. And then we're able to load balance the business by giving a pipeline of job recruits, talent coming into the business. Most franchise systems are service-based businesses.
Right.
They're heavily reliant on people coming in.
Right.
And that's been a tough spot to be for a lot of these brands. And we've come in with solutions that can help fix that.
Yes.
And it's been a game changer for them.
I know out here in California, it is a tough thing to get people to hire. We're doing all sorts of Joe, I've been running a social media agency for 12 years now. I'm running more employment ads for my customers than ever on the job postings on Facebook. And we're testing them on LinkedIn and just anywhere, because even at $15 an hour, which is really good to wash a car or serve a plate of dinner, plus the tips and stuff, or even line cooks and things like that are making $15 an hour out here. They still are a restaurant can't open up a new franchise without that infrastructure of line cooks and hostesses and everything. And to be honest with you, I've never seen a harder time for businesses trying to get those employment folks to show up at the job interviews and just want to work, because of obviously the last couple of years too. Let's just be real. And still ongoing kind of situations depending on the county, state, blah, blah, blah. And so it's very, very interesting. I'm just listening to some of my customers, but they're just like, hey, run this employment ad. Hey, we're not getting enough leads in this area. Let's boost this one and try new things, because that's just been a bigger topic. Before the 2020, it was get new customers, get new, business leads. Now it's get the infrastructure together to survive, to keep, when the people keep coming in, we got to basically have people there. So you're kind of seeing the same similar situation where you've kind of figured a solution out for that.
That's right. We'll give twice as many job applicants for about half the cost per applicant if they already have a pretty sophisticated recruiting effort already underway.
Got you. So you just are able to make it that much more efficient for them. Yeah,
we're marketing them and through 15 different job boards. We're doing advertising in a lot of different places, and we're bringing all that together with text nurturing and a whole bunch of stuff to improve the amount of hires per job applicant. But it's fun too, because in different, like within a franchise territory, say it's a service-based territory, you have a bunch of zip codes. Some zip codes it's easy to get customers in, other ones it's easy to get talent in, and then other times it's inverse. So we're optimizing on a zip code by zip code level for that individual franchisee or that company-owned location in that marketing for recruiting as well as the new customer side. And it's so important. It's so critical.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with geo-targeting now and the zip code targeting of these different ads, whether it's on even Google, Facebook, and stuff like that. I was like, you could like put a bubble around your location and just serve ads to the people that are going to come to your sandwich shop or dry cleaner. Most people don't drive 50 miles for a dry cleaner. You know, they drive.
I mean, you can target advertisements now based on if somebody frequents a playground or frequents a school or all of those things. And you can track that. It's anonymous, but it's tracked down to that individual.
Right.
And like I say, as a consumer, it's great because you get really targeted ads that are specific to you. As a marketer, it's great.
Right.
Because you can drive amazing ROI. As a business owner, it's great because you can get great results for it. But you take that same technology, you put it in the hands of like a totalitarian government. It's pretty terrifying. Wow. So right. There you go.
Right. You're right. I mean, it's insane what you can do with it. And we've also seen what you can do with it on the other flip side, you know? So be wary, but also I always say if you're not doing these things in your business, you got to be doing them, right? Like if you're not trying to expand, take advantage of the new opportunities, running ads and trying things in your business. But then let's be real. Most of the time, businesses are too busy for this. So they need expert like Joe and his team to come in and help them grow because they're tired of basically they're putting out a lot of effort, but nothing's happened, you know? And so they need a new strategy. They need a team. They need an expert. And like myself, when we do social media, it's a grunt expertise, if you want to call it. A lot of people don't want to do posting and commenting and stuff like that. But in scale, it works. And then also for the customer, it works too, because we have a lot of knowledge in different categories. And so we can bring in that knowledge in just our niche, you know, and just in what we're doing. And then let's just be real. A lot of it's just hard work, just like a gardener, lawyer, accountant, or a pool guy. They have to come clean your pool for it to look good. Same thing with anything in life. So, and that's why you hire experts, right? Like that's why you hire a Joe and his team at Choice Local. But dude, this is incredible because I think that there's more businesses going to expand. I'm seeing it out here in Cali. I talked to you about one brand that we have that's just expanding into Texas and all sorts of different states. We had a small deli. Deli Delicious was one too that just is expanding like crazy with the
Deli Delicious. I know that brand.
Yeah. Right here in Fresno, man. I went to the very first one when I went to driving school. You know, when you get your driving ed, it was the Deli Delicious right next. Their unique thing is they just put the cream cheese on the sandwiches. You know, they put the cream cheese and they put the premium stuff and they sell the sandwiches for a little more money than your Subway. But it's an expanding brand and right here in Fresno, an Armenian family expanding growth. It's incredible to just watch and see.
It's beautiful. Franchising is incredible.
Right, my dude. So we
need people with the ability to scale, and it's so fun.
So we need to get you connected to a few of the restaurants I'll talk to you off the show, my dude, about them. Because they are expanding. I think with your help, they could even go even way more. Now we're about to get you into your mind, my man, with the top 10. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, he says. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Netflix or YouTube? There we go.
YouTube.
Do you upgrade your phone every cycle on the Apple or wait a few every other couple ones?
I wait a few.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I got the big one. There
we go, baby.
It's a giant iPad, or a small iPad. It's a giant phone. Yeah.
It's incredible what these phones can do and these cameras. I run an eBay business and the photography I can get off my phone is incredible. Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook.
Chicken or steak if you're thinking about a good meal?
Steak.
Do you have a favorite cut?
Grass-fed steak.
Grass-fed. I like it.
High in the omega-3s, my friend.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Laptop or smartphone?
Whew, that's a tough one. I'll go smartphone.
Spotify or Pandora if you're thinking about music?
Spotify.
Movies or video games?
Movies.
Reading books or listening to books?
Listening to books. You can do that while you're driving.
The best.
Easy choice.
And I remember when I had Tom Billy, he was like, I'll put it on a 3X. And I'm like, 3X? What the hell? And I was like, what is 3X?
You got to take that in fast.
Yeah.
Listen to the Chipmunks.
Yeah, exactly. He introduced me to just speeding it up a little bit, because 1.5 is kind of what I do, because it tends to work a little bit and it's not too much, you know. It's kind of the tone of the author.
3X is hard to take in.
That's a Tom Billy kind of thing, man. He's just trying to take it all. And he's like, let's read this book in an hour. Let's read a 12-hour book in 1 hour. Stocks or real estate, everything about diversifying the portfolio.
Stocks.
We're having a hard day today. Oh my God. Holy moly. I'm an investor too, my dude. Let's go. Oceans or lakes?
I live on Lake Erie, man. It's
wow.
Great.
Beautiful lake.
Yes, it is. It's gorgeous. You know, in Lake Erie, if it's like 6 feet deep, you can see your toes in the water. You're standing. It's clean, man.
It's a clean lake, like the Lake Tahoe. It's a clean lake, like Lake Tahoe.
It's beautiful. I love it. We boat there all the time. However, you cannot catch shark and stingray and some of the like swordfish and all those. So ocean winds. So
there we go.
This Florida. I'm taking my son down to Florida here in a few weeks. We're going to do some
deep sea fishing. The deep sea fishing out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Go check a barracuda. One of these crazy ass fish. Mahi. That's a beautiful one too, man.
They're gorgeous.
Some of those fish, man. I've always watched my buddy who's down in Miami. He goes down to the Keys and goes and does that as part of his like weekly little fun thing he likes to do for himself. And I watch him on his videos. It's a struggle, guys. It's not easy to catch a big old barracuda or one of these big old fish, baby. Some of these things put up a fight, baby. A marlin might put up a 2 or 3 hour fight on you.
You know, barracudas can kill you.
Wow. Even when if they jump up, if they jump out.
Yeah, they eat fish that eat coral. These green fish, they eat the coral. They eat it. And if they eat enough of those fish that eat the coral, they absorb enough toxins that if a human eats it, there's a very good percentage that they will die.
Wow.
So if you want to catch one, don't eat it.
Just release it. It's more of like for the catch. It's more of like for the chase of it, and then just throw that bitch back.
Well, yeah, with those 4.5-inch teeth, man.
Dude, he showed me one. It was, I think they caught it just on accident or something, and it was insane. It was like going nuts, and it was like, it was like as big as the people on the boat. I mean, like, oh my God.
Those are scary looking fish.
Yeah. Oh my God. When you wake up in your mornings, my dude, and you're getting ready, why do you love being you?
I love helping others, man. I really do. You know, I love helping others, and I'm blessed to be here, and every day is a blessing.
And you're a family man. Do you have any other kids besides your son?
Yeah, I do. I got 6 kids in total.
Well, bam! He's got the full family man. Let's go.
Yeah, we got 5 boys and a girl.
Wow. So. Was the girl on the far end, or was she in the middle? Because I know
she's the second oldest.
Oldest. Got you.
5 kids.
Sometimes it's like 5 boys, and you're trying for the girl, and then you finally get it, or vice versa. What a blessing! But so you definitely got your hands full, my man.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Full-time pop entrepreneur, my dude. I love that. Do you think you'll ever retire from the game of entrepreneurship business and this business, Choice Local, helping franchises?
No. I mean, Choice Local right now started as a 1-person company. It's 80 people on the way to 800.
Wow.
And I just hired another guy who took another franchise system from 150 million to 750 million. And we started our own franchise system called Broadview Dental Group in the dental space.
Got you.
And I love purpose-based business, and I wanna help build as many purpose-based businesses as I can. Like it's just so fun. It's so fun.
And what you do with the Salesforce kind of model of taking some percentage out to help a person, you know, like they do like the 1-1-1, they take equity and they take the percentage of profits. You're doing like you're saying close to 10%. A percentage of the profits of the business go into the mission of giving and purpose. I love that. I think that's so important for businesses.
Always, yeah. Yeah.
So important, dude. That's incredible to keep that mission. I think more and more businesses need to adopt that. I think it has a bigger buy-in from all the employees, all your new team members.
Teammates love it.
They love it. Yeah. They love that. Especially
they know every day they're making the world a better place. You know,
right.
They know. Take good care of them, and then they're giving back. It's like it's a double win.
Especially if you're transparent from the beginning, it's like they're bought in on it. You know, like this is the culture. Yeah. Like this is what we do. It's not like a hidden thing. It's not like you do it at the end of the year for tax purposes. You just cut off a check because and you keep it all hidden. You're doing it for the culture. You know, do you have
generosity? Yes, generosity attracts generous people. So if you are generous to your teammates, and if you are generous to the community and those in need,
right,
generous people are gonna be attracted to that, and then you're gonna have a whole bunch of generous people working in your company.
The best
where
kind
everybody's
of
got each other's back, and it's a lot of fun.
The best really kind of people. Generous people will stick with you, which is hard right now. There's a lot of turnover in businesses. So having a team that's willing to stick around with you is very important. Do you have a routine on starting your day?
Almost non-existent. It's not non-existent, but it's almost non-existent. But in a lot of it just goes to the golden rules. Like you ever hear about that book, Everything I Ever Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten? So treat others the way you want to be treated. Like it's really not. It's not complicated. So.
We overcomplicate it as we get adults. We overcomplicate it, folks. How do you typically start your day? How do you start your day? Do you have a routine?
Yeah, I get up in the morning. I take my kids to school. Then I take my son to high school.
Nice.
And I'll go for a jog. I'll pray, and then I come into the office, and I roll for about 8+ hours, and then I head home. And then it's say hi to the kids and wife, and then it's sports until like 10 at night.
There we go.
It's nuts.
What's your favorite sports, man? Because I'm a big sports guy. I got eBay store and love sports cards. Man.
My favorite sport is football, by far.
Football.
And I like hockey a lot too. My kids are a bit of a mix between the two, but yeah.
I love it, man. I've been buying the Legends hockey, man. I've been buying here. The Gordie Howe, Bobby Orr, Gordie Howe. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve Yzerman. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Awesome. I love the hockey, baby. But what's your favorite football team?
Ohio State is my favorite football team. You know, I went to Ohio State, and they're a great team.
Absolutely.
Actually, this year, if I'm completely honest, I know my Ohio folks won't like this, but they were not a top 2 team. The top 2 teams were the top 2 teams.
Right.
Like Alabama and Georgia.
Absolutely. Amazing. It was a great game, too. I mean, although
that was a great game. Oh,
football games have been pretty good too. The NFL too. The playoff games. A little. I was rooting for Josh Allen. He's out of Fireball, a little local town out here in Fresno. I thought he was going to get it done, and then Patty Mahomes with 13 seconds left yesterday. Just
unbelievable. That's like an instant classic. I saw that game last night, and it was unbelievable. And like with 13 seconds left, I was like, I don't even think they can get back on this, and they did it. They pulled it off. Unbelievable.
Great.
Amazing game.
The GOAT, baby. Hold on to those Mahomes rookies, baby. I got one in the ball. Let's go. So if you could sit down to a steak dinner with anyone in the world, who would you want to chop it up with today?
Man, I don't even know. I can't. There's so many people I'd want to do that with.
You got to get you a podcast, baby. Yeah. The Franchise Marketing Podcast, where we bring on the top franchise experts in the game. Let's go. Has there been a book that has changed your life, or that you either reread or just sticks to your soul?
There's a book called Lead for God's Sake, and it's a story about a coach who's upset with his players, and he's like, "Lead for God's sake," and he's all upset with them, and he is. But then through that book, he goes and he just discovers, you know, stuff outside of himself by serving others, serving his kids. And then there's also stories of like a business guy, a guy who's going through divorce in there. Like it's a fiction, you know, it's a piece of fiction, but it has a really great message, and it's really inspiring.
I love those great books. It makes you easy to connect to because of the storytelling, and it makes you, we're all in the same boat, folks. We're all in the same boat. We drink the water, we flush the toilet, we do all the same things. And some of us do a little different than others, but we're all in the same thing here together. This is life. This is world. This is universe. And I'm grateful to have you on my show today, brother. We had a great show. Can you give our listeners where the best place is if they're gravitated to learn more about the franchise marketing and the solutions you offer?
Yeah, Travis, it's choicelocal.com. Go to choicelocal.com. You can read all about the Choice Local Guarantee and what we do for franchisors and franchisees there.
Awesome. And then you on social yourself, my dude Joe, are you on any social platforms for yourself?
I'm on Facebook, man. There we
go. So, hey, Facebook's the OG.
Yeah, and then Choice Local's all over everything. You can follow us on anything. So, yeah.
So go to Choice Local, follow it, check out the guarantee, which is that's important, to have that. You obviously have a lot of confidence. You built your business from 1 to 80 people, and then 800 is the future goal, folks. Let's go. And it's going to happen, dude. I already know it. You already got the vision, you got the focus, you got the future, and you got the family to fuel you, buddy. You got the family to fuel you, my dude. I got to get you some sports cards. I got to get your mailing address. I'm going to send you some sports cards, my man.
Travis, the best.
Absolutely, folks. You've been hanging out with a legend in the game, especially franchise marketing, but in life right here. This dude is a legend in life. Mr. Joe Soltis and Travis Too Tall and Huff, we want to thank you again for your time today, and let's keep being real.
What another epic
episode. And if you enjoyed the episode today, can you please do me a favor and subscribe to our podcast, The Be Real Show, on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. And also take a little time today, if you don't mind, and give your boy T Huff a review. I would really super appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening today. We're all going through a lot right now. And Real-Time Outsource, my business, is giving back to local and small businesses. Through our social media services and campaigns, we are actually helping small businesses get more exposure during these times, and also when we get through these times. At the end of the day, we don't know how long this is all going to last, but most importantly, you got to think about your business right now. Take it seriously. So come check us out at realtimeoutsource.com, and we would love for you to qualify and get the process started where we can take a look at your business and see if we can qualify you for some of our services. At little to no cost for most of the businesses, and some businesses, you're going to have to pay, but that's just part of life, right? But most importantly is that I think this is the time, folks, that you can actually help thrive in your business. And so I would love to help you personally with our team. We're all going through a tough time right now. So take advantage of us. realtimeoutsource.com. Check us out. And we would love to do some business with you and help you with your social and digital media in 2020 and beyond.